those in here too?
Electronic.
Oh. I don't wanna,
It has been a while.
oh cow.
53,000.
53,000 for Thunder Road and 121 for Farner. So I guess I'll read them aloud for the record. That we received 2 bids. One from Thunder Road, $53,150. The second bid was from Farner Asphalt Sealers, $121,045.01.
Really? Huh. It was buying the business. Like the Grand Avenue one is a big difference. If you scroll up, Lori, what did some of the other differences look like?
So it looks like the majority is up on the part 1 on the west side, Stewart Avenue.
Huh.
Do we want to approve Thunder Road to contingent on verification of,
I mean, we specified the product we want
Yep.
them to use and how it's done, so.
Right.
And we pre-qualified them, right?
Yep.
So,
Okay?
Make a motion to approve Thunder Road in the amount of $53,150.
Christmas in July, I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, we'll take it. Item 2, open request for proposals for environmental soil and groundwater testing at 1300 Cleveland Avenue. We will open these, there's 7 of them, and we will review them and bring them back for recommendation. First one's from Intertech, PSI. Next is from Tetra Tech.
I see.
You know.
First of all, what's happening with layout? Second of all, everybody's like,
GEI Consultants. Some are thick. REI. AECom. Ayers. Jump drive. Antietam Group. Yeah. Let's see if I can verify the name of it. Yeah, Antea Group, ANTEA. We'll review and bring those back. Item 3, make recommendation for the purchase of plow blades.
The sheet that I formed, I mean, there was a few minor changes to that, which.
Turn the mic on for the, thanks, Mark.
There were a few changes to the spreadsheet that I sent out, which really isn't gonna affect the final outcome. It was just Gray's Incorporated had a price good through 10/27 on it, but I guess I would like to recommend the purchase of the built blades from DA McPherson for $45,685.
Make a motion to approve DA McPherson in that amount.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks,
you.
Mark. Item 4, Industrial Park Lift Station Rehabilitation, August Winters and Sons pay estimates 2 and 3. Clark Dietz is our on-site inspectors for this project. They are monitoring this. I would make a motion to approve pay estimates 2 and pay estimate 3 for the project.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 5 is the 2020 Highway 5129 pond lining, integrity grading and excavating pay estimate number 1.
Project is nearing completion. All that's left is restoration, so I recommend approval of pay app 1.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 6 is the Highway 52 median landscape project, Pembroke Companies, change orders 1 and 2.
So change order 1 is to add additional trees to the project. 5 of them will be replacing the dying trees in the landscape to median currently, and then the other 14 will be along the sides of the 52 Parkway. I recommend that we move forward with the 19.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then change order number 2, Van Aert, who is a sub to Pember, misinterpreted the plans and specs. This project is sort of unique where it was designed by Ayers and Associates, and this is a landscaping job, which is atypical for us. And when they provided the schedule of values or the estimate, everything was as a lump sum. So I did my best when we bid this project out to break out individual items. Well, for the electrical item, I just left that as a lump sum, which included the electrical bases. And then I pulled out the bases for the artwork because they were a little bit different. The only difference is that there's conduit in the electrical bases. And when Van Aert typically bids our projects, they bid the electrical bases as a individual item. So there's the same number of electrical bases as there are art bases. So they assumed that what they were, the individual items they were bidding was the electrical bases, and they didn't even know that there were art bases on the project. So I think it's an honest mistake on their part. The impact would be $15,000 or $625 per base. I recommend approval. Any questions?
Did we get prices for the concrete bases, TJ, on the bid schedule?
Yes, I believe the bases for, that they already put in were $650. And those are what they thought were the electrical bases. And since those have conduit, they're a little bit more expensive, where these art bases are $625.
When we bid this out, were there other electrical subs besides Van Aert? Do you remember by any chance?
Typically, we only get Van Aert as a subcontractor, but I did not check with the
Oh,
other
okay.
bidders if there was another.
So you believe they're telling the truth when you say it's an honest mistake, but do you think it's reasonable that they would misinterpret what we bid? I mean, were the specs that unclear?
I don't think that they were unclear, where, in the written description, it says that it includes all electrical items, and I think between Pember and Van Aert, where Van Aert, or Pember told Van Aert, you know, everything in this area is all yours, Van Aert didn't even look at the art bases as being, you know, in the electrical scope. But, so they just completely looked over the art bases and they bid the electrical bases as the art base item.
But these were part of the original bid, right? And they just missed bidding them, or, yeah?
Right, there's sort of the art bases were bid individually because I didn't think they fit in the scope of electrical,
Yeah.
whereas the electrical bases were bid as a lump sum item.
So then shouldn't they be in Pember's? But no, Pember, when he was communicating with Van Aert to submit his sub, he said, just submit this. And then,
Yeah, I think part of it has to do with the miscommunication between Pember and their sub as well, where Pember says, you know, maybe they didn't say specifically, you know, you have to install both of these bases. They just said, you know, everything on these sheets are yours.
right,
But I would think if they were in our specs though, and they missed
Right.
bidding it, it wouldn't be on us to,
That's how I feel. I mean, I believe TJ when he
Yep.
says that they
Right.
honestly missed it. That might be true, but that's at their peril that they missed it if we didn't do anything negligent or unclear or improper. I think that's to their peril and that they overlooked it, and it shouldn't be to the city's
right.
disadvantage.
And it almost seems like Pember's problem, not Van Aert's problem, because it isn't an electrical item, really.
right?
It's a concrete item. I don't know how much other concrete they were doing, but, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, TJ, I think you have to go back and talk to, I don't know that the city should be paying for this, so maybe talk to Pember and, you know,
And maybe, like, it would be, because we don't have the itemized sheets
Correct.
here, it might be helpful to kind of see
yeah,
the itemized sheets so we can understand, or at least what people got to bid, so we can understand better maybe how the confusion happened.
Sure, we can bring this back next week and I'll
Okay.
provide a little bit more information on what was actually bid and how it was brought out.
Okay, because maybe that would be clearer for us.
yeah, that might clear it up too.
Okay.
Okay, all right,
I'll also see if maybe Van Aert and Pember can come to explain as well.
Okay,
all right. Let's see, that was the median. So item 7 is the 2020 street construction project B, Jake's Excavating and Landscaping, pay estimate 3.
This is for the reconstruction of Cedar Street. All water and sewer and storm sewer is installed. They are now building the second half of the road, so they're making progress. I recommend approval of pay app number 3.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 8 is the 2020 North Second Street retaining wall project from Big Bull Retaining Walls. This is their final payment.
This is just for the release of retainage. Both the wall and the parking lot are complete. I recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And item 9, there's been a couple of things that have come up for questions on that final payment, so I'd like to bring that back in
Oh, okay.
another meeting until I get that cleared up, so.
We'll move to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.